Right, I think, guys, this is the correct play. But never do it at home. Let's help our opponent. Get some free damage. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that, even though it might seem usual, I think you will really appreciate it when we go through it, because this is one of the most resilient control decks I have played, and it has insanely good results, especially against aggro. And the cool part is that even against control decks, you actually have a lot of value and you can just crush them. You will see in one of the games. And one of the cool, really cool things about the deck, that's the combo I absolutely love. Teferi and Celestus. Not only you life gain from Celestus, you can switch day-night time and make it even stronger, but also you start to stabilize with Teferi. So against Mono Red, you know how the game goes. At some point you have control over the game, but they still have this one top deck that wins them every turn. And if you have a single Teferi who slows the Sunset, you gain this 2 life a turn. It means their top decks cannot be quick enough, because you out-heal it. If you add the Sunset Revelry and Emperor and Celestus, you life gain so much. You can absolutely close the game without even closing the game. They will just scoop instantly. One of the cool interactions about the deck is Soul Partition. Not only it's very, very aggressive and it lets you wash away the spell they are casting, right? Because you don't need to cleave it. You can use 1 mana version. But you can also target your own planeswalkers like Jace, which is absolutely amazing together with Soul Partition as a win con or just card advantage, because you can -4, mill a lot of cards, then replay the Jace, the same Jace, and go for -2 and draw 3 cards very often. And that is insane value play, especially that it leaves the Planeswalker at 3 loyalty on the board. But even again for Teferi, you can just play it, draw a card, then Soul Partition it and do it again. The deck is small, look how down the earth it is. Mostly 1, 2 and 3 drops. Some 4 drops, nothing more expensive. So it means that against aggro you usually have a lot of stuff to play. So it means your win rate will increase and you won't lose to them, especially forever. You will see that Mono Red just literally scoops to this card because they see you at 20, 21 after 5 turns and they're like, yeah, I'm out. So really cool stuff. So even though the deck seems very classic, every card is deliberate here, and I really like how the whole thing plays out, because it's very efficient, very quick, and also has enough interactions to provide you value that normally you wouldn't have. And that gives you a very good shot at destroying control decks, especially if you can outplay them. So really cool build. If you want to ladder, I think this one could be the one for you. It answers everything focused on aggro, so exactly like the meta is. So guys, if you appreciate it, if you like Azorius Control in such classic, strong form, don't forget to subscribe. We will be making a lot of those during the years. So yeah, if you're a control player, definitely subscribe. You will like it. And with that being said, let's go into the games. Tell me what you think in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to like the video. YouTube really likes this stuff. So thank you for being here and enjoy the action. Alright, going first is absolutely amazing because it's not an early game hand. But by going first, I think we can cheat the destiny. Oh boy, no, please no. That will be a lot of protection and toxicity. Oh my god, it's an actual interesting deck of magic. Alright, consider me impressed. They have open mana, but not very much. Alright. So he definitely wants to use Shigeki. Otawara just for the second blue. And we cannot play against Shigeki really here. Alright, this will be interesting. He plays blue mana. He seems to be pretty controlling. So we want to sneak the... I should actually do... Yeah, he should get the land first. Because then I would seek a part of his deck, so I could make a better play. I would probably do the same, but it was still a little bit better. The land comes up, so it didn't really change anything. Invasion of Zendikar. It's not exactly what he wants, but of course with Shigeki he can get a lot of value, so for this reason we need to put some pressure. I don't want Revelry right now, it's Memory Deluge turn probably. I didn't see counterspells, but with this he probably plays Partition, I would guess. Let's make some goods and create some pressure. I think this will be a Memory Deluge turn, trying to fish for counterspells. We generally cannot beat his value, because with Shigeki it's infinite. I guess sure. Sure. I don't like to say it, because it's good for him. Oh, that might be a big mistake, my friend, because I can Sunfall this. Oh boy. I could also take Lay Down Arms, because that would be way cheaper than the Sunfall. However, you don't say no to double Jace. You simply don't. Alright, I should play the headquarters. I thought I will have one more mana for some reason. And let's not waste our Emperor yet.
We've got the edge.
So the point is that I want to start the game, I want him tapped, and at some point I will just mill him for 30. Oh, so it's a meld deck. He actually is going for this team. Let's do summon. Yeah, he can use a lot of mana on Shigeki. So not only he has meld, but he also uses it for channel, like this is extra mana for channeling. I think we probably will get rid of some triumphs. This is very interesting. I could start drawing cards already, and I have more Jace in the deck, so it could be very good, right? How many cards do I need to mill? So 5. Yeah, pretty much 5. The small Jace will be pretty small. But I got the 3 cards, so maybe it's still worth it. And I start the mill process, so there's something. I don't like showing him the strategy, but in this situation I think it's kinda worth it, I guess. Oh boy, please bro, look at this value. Even the score, Atraxa, Shigeki, Silver Scrutiny. Bro, how are you winning against any kind of aggro? Oh boy, that's insanely greedy. Absolutely insanely greedy. So I basically need to start drawing my other Jaces. But we have 2 more, so the chance is legit. As you can see, we are going for the siege. We can also play Memory Deluge, and in 2 turns Jace can draw cards again, so he still needs to be answered. Stomper, irritating, but not a big problem. It gives him more mana for future turns, so Shigeki will be absolutely beast mode. Oh boy, that's why Soul Partition is amazing. It's not like I will use Mirrex probably. So. He has some open mana. There is priority. And it's something he has. You can always check his graveyard, because this is literally the cards that he's playing in the hand as well. So very often you can see what holds priority. It could be even the score. This is an interesting card. I can draw some. It could be Silver Scrutiny as well. Probably one of the 2. We try to not waste the Emperor, of course.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Let's see if I will attack. It can mean, for example, a Ganjo. Or another Emperor with first strike. So, I have 2 ways to play it. I can go Emperor right now and get a good trade, but it doesn't super matter. We won't win by the damage, but we will win by milling him. So I can Soul Partition and play the Jace. But I think he needs to react to it anyway. So we probably just try to use mana for Memory Deluge, tokens, and all this stuff. He needs to tap mana if he wants to do stuff. And we are obviously a counterspell deck. We never drew one, but he doesn't know about it. And we have all the open mana with a lot of blue. Like, we have 4 blue mana, so it's double counterspell. He probably doesn't want to play Atraxa into this. We will see, but generally when you pass the turn with open mana, they kinda know that it might mean a counterspell. This can be countered, but if they counter this, they might not counter Jace later. So I'm kinda okay with it, especially that I draw 3 more cards. If I want, of course. So they are hesitating. I wonder how many they have. I didn't see a single counterspell so far. I would love to have one more mana, just for make disappear, but I guess they will. Alright, alright. Getting those sweet, sweet cards. So now the big choice. We can try to mill them and draw some cards, possibly into Jace. Or we can try to fight for this. I will be greedy. I like drawing cards, and I think we should be able to hit the last Jace relatively easy. We need to do it before... Oh no, those are not the cards, man. That's bad. This is a little bit bad. Let's create some blockers. He could actually kill his own creature to negate this, but he doesn't. So let's go like this. 3 blockers should be okay to protect him for a little bit. It's getting scary because when he starts doing the Shigeki thing, we will not resolve a spell anymore. So I think my play is trying to cycle 3 lands. 1, 2, or at least 2 of them. I really hope that I will hit more Jace, but to be fair, I should not. I should have like 10 more cards before I get it. But hope to be lucky. I mean, good at Magic. 19. He's going for it. 1, 2, 3 cards. So Devious Cover-Up and what? Probably Silver Scrutiny? And something else. Not sure. Maybe Sunfall. I hope he doesn't have another. Oh, Zendikar. That's a different one. I cannot counter it. However, his counter spell. Let's go with this one. We cannot cycle this one, and I want to make sure that every turn I have maximum mana, and this allows it. Right? If we don't hit a land or we hit the tap land, on the next turn we will have 1 less mana, and sometimes it makes a difference. If you really want to be a good player, you should probably plan your next turn as well, but it would take too much time. So he's keeping up the Devious Cover-Up mana. I will do this, because then his token is smaller, and I'm drawing card, and I don't want to use it to, you know, kill anything. So this way I get extra cards. And he's killing his own board as well, so it's not super good for him. I actually don't mind this. I could go for the mites, they're too slow. Like with Shigeki, we won't win the long game. So let's start drawing. We just need to hit Jace. Oh, negate is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's not enough to win the game, but that's the first piece. And we can still create board. Soul Partition will hit this one probably. And I guess we are cycling. Still cycling. But this turn with negate. A little bit better. Alright, still scare. 1, 2 cards, right? He has a lot of those Shigekis in the hand. Alright, okay. He didn't do it. That's super good. Zendikar, absolutely my friend. Absolutely. Lands are great for him, but they tap him short term, so I really want to finish the game in like 2 or 3 turns, so he kinda won't get above the mana he invested, or slightly above, you know? Alright, let's start the thing. We have a lot of good cards in the deck. This is exactly what I was thinking about. He will probably want to counterspell this, because with the exile effect it's really worth it. So I really hope... I didn't see make disappear so far. It is possible he just plays double Devious Cover-Up just to keep the loop infinite. With Shigeki it's a bit easier. And let's see if he has more. He also has no blue mana, so that suggests he doesn't have any counterspells in the end. And here's our win con. See? I told you, that was... I liked it. It was like a chess match, basically. So now we play this for full value. And he cannot really answer to this, because he has no blue mana. So as you can see, we slowly, absolutely deconstructed his gameplay. In like 2 or 3 turns he would absolutely dominate us, but we hit this sweet spot, sorry, and with Jace, that's why I like control decks with Jace, because you can just go for direct lethal if you know you cannot win the long game. Alright guys, so it's not a great hand. However, on the draw, Sunset Revelry into Sunfall is a lot of time. Let's start with the tap lands, I guess. On the next turn it can be Revelry, we'll see. Our opponent is really good at magic, so he's on play with perfect curve. Usually that should be enough for him to win the game. We get nearly full value. We won't get more than this, so let's play. I don't really want to block, because there's... Adeline is literally the perfect curve. This is how you want to get it, because you already get doubling mana on the Vanguard. Man, so good at magic. Interesting. I think we want to trade like this. We might still not have enough, because his draw is so perfect. My draw right now is also perfect. So it's Vanguard. This means we can go with Tower, right? And he did it. He didn't protect his Adeline, which is the correct play. He was super greedy. He did it basically for... Well, the token was important, but he went really risky route, especially that we are a control deck, so generally they have removal, especially on turn 3. So he's going all in on the value. And it's not a bad play, but I don't think he can kill us in 1 turn, and he needs to. And now we say go. Alright. So he can deal insane amounts of damage. It's what? 12? 13. Easy. But I can just Sunfall. And I probably will play the Emperor just because then I can repopulate the board easily. I generally don't need to. I just can take the damage for additional loyalty. Right, I think, guys, this is the correct play, but never do it at home. I don't think we will win, so let's help our opponent. Get some free damage. And that is a huge tell, it's a sweeper. So now he knows it's a Sunfall. And I mean, our opponent needs to do a lot of work from here, because he needs to deal 7. And right now he has no board, and I have Planeswalker for... that will create tokens for 3 next turns. I think his plan will be to sneak like something like Adeline, and just try to give unblockable, but we have Colorless, so this will be hard for him. Let's make more stuff. And I don't need to be aggressive. Not really. 2, 4, and I can get 1. Alright, I actually changed my mind. Because I have the fairy. That's a 7 damage. It's not exactly how I want to win, but I think that's a good line of play. Artifact. I mean, whatever. And a Triumph. We don't really have spells, and right now we have triple blockers and double planeswalkers to his basically empty board. So even his amazing Brute Arcatar might not be enough. He can sneak 2 damage a turn, but that's it. And when he does it, like with Teferi, that's why I really like this version. Teferi can out-heal this every turn forever. And that is a correct choice. At least he gets one of the planeswalkers out of the board. And I'm really good at magic. What can I say? Oh boy, he will love it. I don't have too much. So I will go with the fairy card. I can start getting some cool value. Alright, I like it. We deal some damage. Our opponent can be very pressured. He will scoop anyway, so we want another game. It's so tempting to go one more turn, but it's the better decision. As you can see, when you have control over the game, it doesn't matter if you're on 7, on 9, or at 6. Alright, another win. We are definitely ranking up with this one. Alright guys, I guess with this draw we are okay on being on the draw. I think it will be an aggro, it will be a hard game. You aggro? No? Alright, being on the draw helps a little bit on the lands, because we need to draw a lot of them. I'm actually happy to see control. We need some time to stabilize, because we have a lot of value. Oh, I spoke too soon. Imagine thinking that there is no aggro on the other side, especially at higher rank. 2 damage is fine. So I'm a little bit scared. Being on the draw is scary. It seems like another Resolute Reinforcements. It's not my favorite play, but it is a removal in a way. And if they play more, I don't have too much choice, right? It can be a counterspell, but I'll risk. Oh boy, this will be so bad. The point is, I play Jace, it's for loyalty, right? This one is removed. Then they play something something at the end step, and then some Lord and hit for 4. They also can counter it. But you know what? It's okay. So they have something, it's probably oh, alright. You know what, if that's not more board, I'm kinda okay with it. No pain, alright. I mean, we are getting to this stage of the game. They also... Oh my god, what are you? Is that Surge? I think it's Surge. Alright. Interesting. I need this mana, so I will try to go like this. I wanted to go lay down arms, but if this is Surge, and it really feels like one. Oh man, is he really playing it? It seems to be like half control, half aggro, so it would make sense. Let me think for this one, because it is important. I'm telling what I have basically, because he knows what 1 mana does in this kind of deck. 3 damage to Teferi. I mean, it's not like he won't use it later. Alright. Maybe I was wrong, maybe that's something else, but I don't see anything that makes sense, unless it's a fake tap. Maybe that is fake priority. Maybe. Alright. That was top 900 Mythic, but sure. I think he had some cool plan that didn't really work out, but that got me interesting. I liked his deck pretty much. Alright, let's see how it goes. We are going first with Sunset Revelry, so either we can cycle both of them, if that's a control, or we should get some nice value. So, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Right, Goose? I'm glad we cleared that it's a Goose, and whenever you see this Teferi avatar, you know it will be exactly the same deck as every game. Man, it's incredible. However, we get the full value, and that's why we build the deck like this, because our opponent will not be happy to see all that we have. Let's see, the spell. They still don't know how to use it, so what they should have done is attack with Swift Spear with open mana. Yeah, now you attack. This way he could get 2 for 1, and right now he doesn't. They're really getting rid of all of the cards. However, if I play the planes, right, I can go like... Oh, right, but then I don't get the creature. I could just go Jace. That is really good play, I think. It still hurts a little bit, but I have a blocker, and even if I didn't have blocker, he really doesn't have easy way to go for Jace. And even if he kills him, it's so much damage that is not going to our face, and we have still some cards. Alright, that's fine. No counter. He's going a bit wide. I don't think he can kill Jace anyway. And then we can start playing Reveries. I'm sad that we won't draw more cards, but you know, it is what it is. He needs to play a spell in order to kill Jace. At least play with fire. Easy. Alright. But as you can see, that absorbed a lot of damage. I think I did small mistake, right? If that was for loyalty. So he still needed to do something if he wanted to kill Jace. So I shouldn't block actually if I expected play with fire. That's something to think about. So Sunset Revelry will never get more value. So let's start with this one. And I think it should be lay down arms. And he's out. Our opponent cannot handle anyone taking his turn. I tell you, man, they just don't like playing Magic. That's the only explanation. But we did it, and double Sunset Revelry, as you can see, is so much. They just don't want to play with you. Alright, we are going first. We just need this one land. Oh boy, I'm scared we don't draw it, but we have to take the risk. Even if we miss one turn, it is maybe possible to come back. Already missing. Already missing. When we get to Celestus, it will be fine. Alright. I love taking two landers. It feels that it's always like this. But to be fair, sometimes I drew the third land, so, you know. Goose, please help me. I need your goosey helpy. Stomper. Definitely good for our opponent. We don't really want to get rid of it. I wonder what he ramps into. It can be anything. There might still be hope. Celestus is absolutely incredibly important. And if we really want, we can go with Teferi and tap the stuff and still have like 3 mana after playing Teferi. Oh man, he's ramping so hard and we already whiffed on the land. I think I was on the play, right? So that kinda helps, I guess. On the draw we wouldn't mess a land, so in this one situation it would work better, but I would never know that it helped. And yeah. I'm not super scared about the damage yet, but I'm scared about the amount of... Like, look at this, I'm at 3 mana. I'm at 3 mana. Oh boy. Oh boy. So I could go to Fairy and then tap stuff. I don't love this play, but we don't have good choices at this point. This way we can also negate if we really want to, or just Soul Partition, because I don't think he will over-damage the Fairy super hard. He probably will try to start hitting face. So I hope we can make some cool play, maybe, not sure. I kinda need this extra mana if I want to win this game. And it's looking great. We have all the tools to win the game, but I'm not sure if we aren't slowed too much. Because this is one of the things that can happen. Alright, what he will hit. Is that another Atali? Are you absolutely great at Magic? What? Oh, farewell. My only farewell from the whole deck? Alright, artifacts. Easy. Yeah, sure. Go for it. And the point is... The problem... Cool. Ah, that's so bad. That's not cool. Oh, he's also getting Might of Fairy and Might for War. Makes perfect sense. I could counter it. I could counter it. And it might be worth it. Right? This is an artifact, but it doesn't matter. I can Soul Partition my Teferi and get it back. Because if I don't counter it, I cannot play Sunfall on the next turn. Unfortunately now the furry dies, so I don't have easy ramp. I need to be really good at magic and hit a land. Man, this one card and so much changed. Man, that's brutal. I still want to point out that I'm still on 3 lands. All that happened, those 7 drops just chaining into other 7 drops, into 4 drops, into sweepers. I'm at like effectively my turn 3. Alright, so I need to hit a land. That's the first step to even have chance at this game. I can take the I can literally answer everything, but I need mana for it. So that's rough because we are super behind. And that means we cannot counter correctly, we cannot draw correctly, and we cannot prepare for the big stuff because it hits way too quickly compared to, you know, where we are with drawing clans. Alright, he's learning to play with the furry. Oh man. So good at magic, and we still are not drawing 11, 15, 16 exactly. Easy, so if I play Revelry, I cannot win. I mean, not drawing clans is bad. Here you heard it first. Alright, our opponent goes first, and he is the fairy, so it has to be mono red, right? Ever we have Sunset Revelry. Oh my god, it's not. Alright, I'm hyped. We can actually play a game of Magic. It will be a bit hard to... Is that a consider or not? To be fair, it could be Delver, right? This stop means either they don't know how to play or they have Delver in hand. And I honestly think it's Delver. Because they probably wanted to see what the deck is that they fight against and just have at least one protection spell for the Delver. But he's really taking his time. Right now it's... I guess consider... There are situations where you don't want to cast Consider on turn 1, because it's basically card selection. If you need both lands, card draw, counter spells, you don't have a reason to play this. So no, maybe that's the thing. I think we get rid of this one. Simply because if they play Jin, because I actually googled how to pronounce it, and indeed it's not Jin. So yeah, then we can just kill it with Fateful Absence, and right now we are kinda stabilizing. Let's go for blue mana. And so this would be first for Discoverer, right? And I guess we counter it. Oh, that's so good. Alright, whenever I see first for Discoverer, it's like, it's bad. They generally really don't like Mirrex. So let's play it. They didn't do anything on their turn, so we will try to keep up the pressure. And we'll see if that's... Oh boy, that seems very desperate. They don't have land. Right? Alright. So I think we actually go like this and put some pressure onto them. Because I kinda want to clear, you know, to clear the game. I can go for Fateful Absence into Wash Away, which is of course the best play. And let's start. This is not the card that they really want. They play blue, so I know, crazy. But with blue for 2 mana you get better ratio. Alright, they're trying to fish for the land. No, I don't think they hit it. To be fair, they got stuck at 3. And we built our board, but if we didn't have aggressive options like Mirrex, he could just wait it out and absolutely overwhelm later. But we had the answers.